Chipotle Mexican Grill, a staple in modern fitness culture. Cheap, high in protein, and relatively affordable. I've been a Chipotle diehard for years now, and yes, I do think it is miles better than its competitors. Don't even come at me with that, okay? Don't even try. I'm not even gonna list, but I've only ever really gotten chicken as my choice of protein. Is chicken really the best choice, or have I just not experienced what the other options have to offer? Today, we're going to find out what the best option for a protein at Chipotle is. Chicken, steak, carnitas, barbacoa, or sofritas. Now, I know what you're thinking. Parker, didn't this cost like a fortune? Answer is yes, but I was graciously given a gift card by somebody, and so it was paid for by them, so thank them. Barbacoa, sofritas, carnitas, steak, and chicken. I've actually been planning for this for a while, so I haven't really been eating as of recently because I was like, well, I don't want to make the Chipotle go to waste. I mean, that's like a sin. Wait, I need a fork. They gave me a fork? Oh, they did. They gave me like 8 of it because they assumed it was for 5 people and not 1. I'm double forking. The order for all of these is the exact same. The only difference is the protein. My order is just white rice, pinto beans, cheese, mild and medium salsa, some corn, and then lettuce. Here, I'm actually so hungry right now. I just want to go crazy on these. You really can see the difference in serving size. I mean, this is like a pound heavier than that. The order's changing. Barbacoa, sofritas, carnitas. Okay, so we got the chicken. Very familiar with that. I've probably had this 1,000 times, and it hits. Then we go to the steak, and I've had steak before, but maybe like a handful of times. Definitely a lot chewier than the chicken. Yeah, and it's spicier too. Got some kick to it. Okay, carnitas is pork. Yep, that's just straight up pulled pork right there. That's good, but that is very fatty and very oily, and I'm not sure that goes really good with the salsa and stuff like that. Sofritas, never had sofritas. I don't even know what sofritas is. I think I read that this is a plant-based protein, so I have no idea what to expect here. Honestly, couldn't even really taste that. Did I even get any sofritas in there? What does it even look like? You can hardly even taste it. It honestly just kind of tastes like, it has like no taste. Tastes like water. Doesn't taste like water. It's really spicy. It's like drenched in some kind of hot sauce to give it some flavor, but it tastes like tofu. It doesn't stand out at all. It kind of just melds in there with the other salsas I have. Might as well be eating just straight salsa at that point. And then barbacoa. I don't know what barbacoa is. I thought barbacoa was pork, but then I don't know what's the difference. It kind of looks like beef. Oh yeah, that's much better than the carnitas. Doesn't taste nearly as fatty. It's got some kick to it. Okay, and then let's go back to the chicken. At this point, I'm just eating right now. I don't even know. My initial ranking, I'm feeling sofritas last, and then carnitas, and then barbacoa, and then steak and chicken. I don't know which one I like more. The steak is definitely tougher than the chicken, but it definitely stands out more than the chicken. The chicken, you kind of lose it a little bit in there with the other stuff. Whereas the steak, you definitely know what's present. Let's try this barbacoa again. Is barbacoa beef? It kind of looks like beef. Kind of looks like a pot roast or something. You know what? I think I like the barbacoa more than the chicken. Yeah, the barbacoa is just really flavorful and stands out much more than the chicken does. So now I like it more than that. Price point aside, because I normally get chicken just because it's the cheapest one, right? But honestly, yeah, I think I do like the steak more than the barbacoa. Kind of fits the flavor profile more. Whereas the barbacoa, you can definitely tell it's a fattier piece of meat, but the steak is relatively lean, I believe. Yeah, so I think that's gonna do it. I think that's decided for me. I think the steak is actually the best protein option at Chipotle. Who would have thought? I mean, it is the most expensive, so maybe they knew that. Maybe they knew that already. So that's why they made it the most expensive. Steak number 1, barbacoa, a real surprise because I've never even heard of it. When I tried typing barbacoa in on my phone, it kept auto-correcting to Barbados. Like barbacoa wasn't even registering as an actual word. Maybe it's only in the Spanish language. So for it to beat out my main man, Mr. Chicken, pretty amazing. But there's definitely some inconsistencies between the serving sizes in each one. You could definitely just tell just by looking at it. Like the chicken one is much heftier than the rest of these. Now I'm just gonna start eating. I'm gonna see if I can, how much of this I can finish before I get full. Wait, hold the horses, stop the count.
Bomb the shit out of them. It's true.
I've actually decided the chicken is better than the barbacoa. The barbacoa, at first impression, is much more flavorful, but the fattiness of it kind of takes over and just kind of becomes unpleasant to continue eating. Whereas the chicken, you know, with it being leaner, you don't get that sickly feeling of like, oh, this is like so fatty and greasy and oily. Yeah. Free change. Steak, chicken, barbacoa, carnitas, sofritas. Puedo ir al baño, por favor. Really not hungry anymore. It's actually a lot of food. I don't know if you would have guessed that. The sofritas is like inedible. Kind of tastes like you're eating hot sauce and lettuce. The carnitas just tastes like you're eating straight fat. Barbacoa, definitely better than the carnitas, but also a little too fatty for my preference over a long period of time. You know, for maybe like a couple bites, it's like heaven. But then once you realize like, oh, like this is like 20 grams of fat and 10 grams of protein, it kind of loses its fun factor. Chicken, timeless classic, but the steak is definitely more flavorful than the chicken. So I'm holding true to that. I don't think I'm able to finish or at least eat any more at all, really. I feel bad letting this go to waste. Is there any homeless people in this park? Kind of in a bad part of town. Condense it into 2 bowls. This is like the mixing of the racists. It's not racist. The mixing of the racists. Unholy. I'm probably never actually going to eat this because like a Chipotle bowl reheated after the fact is it's never good. But I don't know. I hate putting all this, you know, perfectly good food to waste. Maybe in a desperate time. Are you still watching right now? You don't have to watch, bro. You can leave. If you are still watching for some reason, if you are still watching at this point, tell me what your favorite superhero is. No, not that. That's lame. That's kind of gay. Not gay. Gay's cool. Comment down below right now your least favorite pizza topping. If it's on a pizza, you're not eating it. Tell me what that is. Because for me, it's like mushrooms or olives. I mean, I'll pick it off, but like mushrooms or olives, like no chance. I mean, honestly, I didn't really learn anything I didn't already know. If I had the option of eating a chicken breast or like a perfectly cooked steak, I'm picking the steak. Like I'd rather have a steak than a chicken breast. But I guess you don't want to spend that much money, just get the chicken because it's the cheapest one and it's still banging. Definitely banging. Do I even want to take anything from the sofritas? I mean, that's just like a monstrosity. Are there any vegan homeless people around here? Now at this point, if you are still watching, that's super concerning. Did I do it? I think I did it. Okay. That's it. If anyone wants the rest of these Chipotle bowls, come to Basin Park in North Phoenix, Arizona. Oh my God. And they'll just be sitting here for you if you want them.